Hi guys, so if any of you have watched some of my previous videos, you might be aware that I'm pretty fond of coffee. In fact, I love it. Up until this product, which is what I'm reviewing today, the Staresso. I've been a huge fan of the AeroPress. I absolutely love this product. The only thing is, to make an espresso, the water has to be pushed through the coffee under pressure. It can't just trickle through like it would in a filter coffee. You need between 15 and 20 bar of pressure. While the AeroPress does make a great coffee, you're not going to get that creme on top, which is what you get when you make a proper espresso. So, for the last 10 days now, I've been using this product. I've just chucked it back in the box just so I can do a bit of an unboxing for you guys. Let's get it open, show you what's inside, and I'll demonstrate making myself a coffee. Good times. Okay, so the box opens like this, and inside you've got this manual, which is nice and simple. And it goes through the various different ways you can make different types of coffee. You can also use it to froth your milk. It's saying you can make cold brew, iced cappuccino, ice cream coffee, Americano coffee, and black tea latte. I'll be honest with you, I toyed around with the frothing. It didn't work out too well for me. Plus I've got this, which is a milk frother. It's designed to froth milk, so I'm obviously going to choose that over trying to pump air into milk. So pretty decent manual there. This is the actual product. There we go. Random gift inside. I'm pretty sure it's not random. I'm guessing everyone gets an extra glass, but there you go. And some spare parts there and whatever. Anyway, here's the product. So you got the top portion and you got the bottom portion. The bottom portion is basically just to hold the glass. It drops in there. It just drops on the top like that. Okay, so at the top you've got this. This is the pump. If you give it a bit of a twist anti-clockwise, there, see it pops out, and then that's how you build up the pressure. So in the top, basically just got a vessel there that you fill with boiling water. I don't use boiling water, I let the water cool a little bit first. That just drops in there, screws up nice and tight, and away you go. Now the bottom, a bit of water in there because I gave it a rinse. But you've got this bottom compartment here, and you've got this piece that drops in. That's what you fill up with coffee. So we'll do that in a minute. And then that screws on. Happy days, drops in now. And out comes the espresso. So that's a little demonstration of the individual parts for your reference. Now, you might look at that and go, oh, it looks a bit fiddly. To be honest, after the first couple of times, it's almost as easy as the AeroPress. When I reboxed it, I forgot to put one of the components in because I've been keeping it in my little grinder here. It's a little measuring cup. I need a cameraman, that's what I need. So, obviously you can just whack pre-ground coffee in, but I always like to freshly grind my coffee because I like a decent cup of coffee, and that's what you have to do. I've got a Costa number 15 roast. Okay, I should have prepped all this and got it all sparkly clean, like been a little bit more professional, but I think you know by now that's not how it works with me. Turn the plug on. Now, some people have said that if the coffee's ground too fine, it can clog up. Well, I haven't had any of those problems. I don't know how fine you consider this, but I always run a 10-second rule with my coffee. I wouldn't say it's overly fine, but I've never had a problem. So, there you go. But that's how I do it. So they say that this holds 10 grams. Well, I've measured what I can get in this and it's about 11 grams. And all I do is press it down a bit as well. So I'll fill it all the way to the top. Well, pretty damn close to the top, see? That is probably about 11 grams of coffee. Now, that just pops in there like that and screws to the bottom. If you was going out camping or whatever, you could just load that up and keep it like that, and then all you got to do is you add your water to the top. So that's that done, ready to go. Good job. Now let's get the kettle on. So I always like to leave that to cool just for about 30 seconds or so. Where that black rim is there, where it transitions to clear plastic, if you go over that when you pour water and you start pumping, you'll see a little bit of water sort of seeping out the edge here. So from experience, you just want to take the water line to about there, and then that's perfect. So let's whack that in there like that, and then I'm just gonna pour this in. Up to about there. And then obviously that's going to go up a bit more when you drop that in. But it should be just right. Now let's tighten that up nice and tight. Now, if this was down already, it might be a bit like that. All you got to do is just give it a bit of a twist anti-clockwise and then it pops up. So, we just start pumping. There's a bit of a noise there, a bit of a squeak, and there you go. So this is building up between 15 and 20 bar of pressure in order to create this creme on the top. But there you go, you feel there's a change in pressure once it's all out. Here's a little tip, I just drop that in there because that's going to drip a little bit. So leave it in there, you're not going to make a mess. And then, there you go, it's like a Guinness. Lovely jubbly. So you can see that's dripped a little bit. I've added hot water into that because what I like to do is make that cup nice and hot before I pour this in. Because you'll lose a bit of temperature when you're pushing the, let me just, yeah, so that's like drinking temperature now. So what I do is, heat the cup up, add that. Now if I was just having a black coffee, I would just add some more hot water to that. And that would be my black coffee. Yeah. That's what you'd get if you asked for a black Americano. Or it might be a tad stronger if you added like a double shot or whatever. But that, to me, tastes great. That's what I would typically do for my morning coffee. What I'll do is, I'll demonstrate the cleaning process and then I'll show you it with the cappuccino. So it gives me a chance to have two coffees. Happy days. Okay, so firstly, if you was giving this a rinse straight after doing the process, it could potentially still be quite hot in there, so you need to bear that in mind. There's not really much to clean with regards to that top bit. To be honest, I haven't even touched that most days when I'm making it. Obviously the bottom section, that's where all the coffee is. When you loosen that, just bear in mind that it's going to start trickling out dirty coffee water. So I tilt it away from myself and then it'll just start dripping. There you go, you've got a bit of coffee in there. I'll just whack the tap on, give that a bit of a rinse. I mean, look, that's pretty clean already. And then you've got this, which is all the coffee dregs. Now all I do is just tilt it away from myself and pour water in it, and then eventually there you go. You know, all these people that have to wash up their coffee stuff like with soap and all sorts. Coffee's pretty clean in my opinion. Look, I'll just give it a bit of a rinse. As far as I'm concerned, that's good. It's good to go. I'll just whack it back together. Close that lid down. There you go. Give this a little bit of a rinse. There you go. It's clean enough. Whack that back in there. There you go. I'd say that's clean enough in my opinion. You might give it an end of the week proper spruce through, but I think that's happy days. Now, after using this for over a week, given the choice, I think I would take this over the AeroPress for my morning coffee. If I was out on a hike, the problem with this is there's a fair bit of weight to it. I could lose the glass, but the top, obviously, that's under pressure and you can't really lighten the load on that. It's not really heavy. I'll put it on the scales and I'll tell you what it weighs. It weighs 470 grams. Now if I take the cup out, there you go, 330 grams. Not too bad. It's about the weight of my sleeping mat. Anyway, there's different types of trips. There's ones where you're hiking 50 kilometers up hills and all sorts, when you might just think, oh, I'll just get a bloody instant coffee or whatever. And then there's times when you're just basically car camping, or you're only sort of hiking out to a certain point. Weight's not that much of an issue. In that case, I would definitely take this with me, no doubt. Usually I use about 20 grams of coffee when I'm using the AeroPress. That had just over 10 grams, and that was just as strong as the AeroPress coffee. So it must be the Expresso and the pushing the water through under pressure really draws that flavour out more, because to me that was as good as it gets. And look, see, no little bits and bobs in there. Well, hardly any bits and bobs in there. Good times. Now let's do another one. This time let's make a cappuccino. Same process, I'm just going to put milk in it instead of coffee. So I'll speed this one up. And there's our espresso. Back that in. Add the froth. Oh yeah. Oh, it's not quite how they finished the chocolate at Costa, but there you go. Bit of chocolate on the top. Coffee number 2. Black coffee is the morning coffee when I'm being lazy. Cappuccino is when I can be bothered to rinse out the milk frother. I know it's Costa beans, but it's exactly the same as getting a cappuccino from Costa. It wouldn't be the same story if you was using the Staresso to froth your milk, because you just wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it nice and frothy like that. But I think it's a good investment. Grab one of these. They're not that expensive. I'll put a link in the description, but there's tons of them out there. Some of them are better than others. This one's good. Whenever I'm reviewing a product, I always try and read other customer reviews and see what other people have got to say about the product. In this case, most of them are glowing. Everyone's in agreement it makes a fantastic coffee. Definitely an espresso. You've got the creme on the top. Some people say it comes out too cold. If you was just drinking it straight from the glass, then it probably isn't that hot. If you like a really hot espresso, by the time you've pumped it through, it loses some of the temperature. But with me, I'm either adding pretty much boiling water to it for a black coffee or Americano, or I'm adding hot milk. It's always been hot coffee. This is hot. and I've been waffling for 5 minutes, so I've definitely not got a problem there. Other people have said, oh, it's a bit of an hassle to clean it. It's not an hassle for me, I just give it a little rinse in water. It takes me 20 seconds or so. Oh, bollocks. Just realised the microphone's halfway down the kitchen. So that means half of that waffle I'm probably going to have to cut out because it's going to be terrible audio. Every time I've got a microphone in my hand, I feel like I just gotta sing, baby. Thank you very much. I'm probably going to cut all of this out, to be honest. I'm just enjoying my coffee, so I thought while I'm enjoying it, let the camera roll. You can see me enjoying it, or not, because I'm going to cut this out. Oh, another kiss. I feel like getting my guitar. Shall I get my guitar? I could do a wicked blackbird. Yeah, I'm going to get my guitar. Sod it. I feel like David Brent right now. This is my favourite. Oh, I know. Oasis. This one. This concert was brought to you by Staresso. Terrible. So I'll be touring this time next Christmas. CDs will be out, obviously, topping the charts. I got to round this up because I think I'm running out of memory up here. Thanks for watching the video. The full review will be on the website on gadgetviper.com, so check that out. There'll be some more pictures and whatnot on there as well. Links in the description to all the juicy stuff. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up or subscribe. I'll be doing another giveaway soon. The last one went good. You had like a 1 in 8 chance of winning something, so it might be a 1 in 16 chance. They're still good odds. Yeah, what's this one? Ready? That's how classical people play the guitar, like this. Anyway, God, I'm terrible. See you on the next one.